Hello, Pasolivo family. It is Eleanor. Happy Friday, and I am here. This is, if you have been following along, take 3. If you have not been following along, ignore what I just said. And we are on because we are hoping that we are going to be with Chef Andrea from Andrea's on Pine. And Chef Andrea is going to be making a Berry Sassy Pig panini for us, and hopefully it will all come together. I know that you guys are probably up to here with looking at just me, and I agree. What? I see a request to join. Yay! This is fantastic. Let's see how this works out. And as you all know, it's technology, and technology is super fun, especially in the age of COVID. So, hey! What?
I'm here.
I
know, sorry about that.
I needed to control alt delete, so I obviously needed to kind of root as well. I'm now present.
No
You're now
problem.
present.
I'm here. Hi, Eleanor. How are you?
Good, thank you. And I'm so excited that you're here, because if they were going to be like, well, now you have to make it, I would really, I mean, there's words I cannot say it live. So I'm really glad that you're on. I'm really glad that you're going to be making a panini, because I cannot be trusted to do so. I will burn places down, so that's not a good idea. Welcome.
Not a good idea. Thank you.
First, I want to make sure I cover your location. Andrea's on Pine is where on Pine Street?
We're located across the street from the movie theater, and we're down near the Hotel Cheval. So if you're where the Pony Club was open, to the right of that with that really charming enclosed brick patio.
That whole space is gorgeous. There's like, is there a waterfall over there, or a fountain or something? Is there a fountain over there?
Yes, I have a fountain on the patio.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yes.
Just, I mean,
thank you.
Grabbing some wine and sitting there is just meditational. And then the fact that you've got good food right there as well is just above and beyond. As far as I remember, you guys have prepped food as well as stuff you can order. Is that correct?
We do. We have food that you can take out of our case that we prepare on site, so nothing is brought in from another vendor. And then we also have our daily specials and our breakfast and lunch menus, items that are made to order.
All I can say is, yeah, Hotel Cheval is very lucky to have you right there, and everybody who stays there. I mean, do you have people wandering over in like slippers and jammies? Because I totally would do that.
We haven't had the slippers yet, but we do have a lot of people that bring their food back to their room.
Yeah.
And we're super lucky to have the Cheval next door as well. They're such a lovely group of people.
I feel like people are in there Rochambeauing on who's actually going to have to get dressed to go over and pick up the food to come back in.
Totally. I know. If we had enough people, we'd be happy to run it over for them. But yeah, they have some exceptional guests.
I love your space. Your space is so welcoming. I know for a fact that your food is fantastic, because I've been there before. I just wanted to make sure that kind of everybody had their navigational beacons going on. So
perfect. Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to hearing how you create this Berry Sassy Pig. Like I mentioned before, I have this vision of Little Miss Piggy when I think of that, just a really sassy situation. But you're using our hot pepper berry bacon jam, which I could eat from the jar probably. Good choice.
Yeah, it is outstanding, and it pairs so well with breakfast items.
Yes, I mean, yes. I've snacked on with this. I mean, like I said, I've put it on goat cheese. I've put it with peanut butter for PB&Js. I've put it on grilled cheeses. Someone came in and bought a bunch for a cinnamon roll, so it can be used in a ton of ways. But yes, I'm like I said, I'm really looking forward to like someone who actually knows what they're doing telling us how to use it as well.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we're excited to make it for you.
Okay, well, I mean, let's just jump right into it. I feel like I might kind of ask you questions as you're going, but I want to make sure that everybody who's hopped on is able to watch and learn.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm going to have Susie kind of come over this way a little bit so that you guys can get a closer look at the sandwich preparation. She was right in front of me, so bear with her. She's just going to move for a sec.
Absolutely. Switcheroo. Little musical chairs.
Totally. So what we have here, this is the panini press that we use in the cafe, down a little bit more. So if you don't have a panini press at home, you can totally still make this. We just use this for our breakfast and lunch paninis in the cafe. So as we go along, I can explain how you can do this at home without a panini press on site.
Good, because I do not have one of those.
Yes, and it's really easy. You have a cast iron skillet ready, large enough to hold your bread, and I find sourdough to be a very, not only flavorful bread, but it's a durable bread to hold up to the panini press. What most do that don't have presses, you want to take a brick at home, wrap that in aluminum foil. That's going to be used as your weight to anchor the sandwich down and give it the same effect as the panini press closing on it. You won't have the panini marks, but you will have the exact same idea of it pressing together like this machine will do. So that's a super easy way for you to do it at home. Most people have a cast iron skillet, and if you don't, you can use a heavy skillet. I would just say not like a thin aluminum or anything like that. You'll want to use a heavier pan. But
Okay.
that brick is just perfect because you can always take the foil off, throw it away, and then start over if you're doing different types of sandwiches. Just a handy little kitchen hack for you to have there.
Look at that. All right. We've already learned something. We've been on with you for like 2 seconds and we've already learned stuff. Fantastic.
Perfect. And please ignore if you hear some banging. There's some construction going on in the unit adjacent to me facing the park. I did let them know that we were going to be live and they're still hammering. So if you're hearing that, you have my apologies.
We all have that neighbor, okay? We all have that guy.
Yes, we do. It's been a situation. So what we do for our paninis is we're going to go ahead and use whatever quality mayonnaise that you like. You're going to put that on one side of the bread. And then we use a Dijon blend on the other side. So you get a little bit of that tang from the Dijon. And then in order to make this wonderful panini, we obviously have your jam right here, which is fantastic. We normally put the jam on top of the mayonnaise side. Now this jam does have quite a smoky flavor with the bacon that's infused into it. So you can use as much or as little as you would like, because the reason we call this the Very, Very Sassy Pig is we have the berries in the jam, we have the jalapenos or the peppers for the sassy spice, and then this jam with the bacon, we also add Applewood smoked bacon and Black Forest ham. So it's sort of like the trifecta of the piggy products. So Susie will go ahead and show you. This is about how much we've gone ahead and put right down there for you to see. Mayonnaise, the bacon jam, the Dijon blend. Then we're going to take some freshly shaved red onions here. Susie does these every day by hand. I don't know how she doesn't get sick of it. She does not cheat and use a mandolin, so this is really a labor of love.
Wow. Does she still have all her fingers?
She does. You can even see them right here as we're holding hands. We have all our fingers here. I'm the one that usually ends up slicing mine off. Now, for the pig, to make it exceptionally decadent, we're going to use brie cheese. Now, brie cheese can be pretty messy when it goes into the panini press. So we like to use smaller slices, so when it melts, it actually has room to spread. If you use super large slices, it's going to hang over the edge of your sandwich and create a bit of a mess inside your panini press. This way, they'll all melt evenly because they're the same size. And then we went ahead and, I'm going to go right around Susie. We went ahead and we have our eggs prepped for you here. So we're very fortunate. We are the only cafe in the county that these egg ranchers provide these wonderful farm fresh organic eggs from. So we get these delivered twice a week, and we're actually only open 3 days right now. So that tells you how many eggs we go through on a daily basis at this cafe. These are primo eggs. They come out of the Lockwood Bradley area. And we have a lovely set of brothers who retired and actually fell into the egg business. So I'm very lucky to have them be a part of my life.
We got chickens a bit ago, and there's no way I could go back to store-bought eggs now. I mean, when I look at the difference, guys, if you ever get a chance to get a farm fresh egg and then an egg from the store, just crack them and look at the difference in the colors and how they respond to heat. It is crazy different.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I know. You really can't go. Once you've had them, it's so hard to go back, to be honest with you. Yeah. I agree with you completely. So we use these eggs in everything we do, from our quiches to our frittatas to our French toast bakes, breakfast burritos, breakfast tacos, the paninis, all of our baked goods. So we're really lucky. Our deviled eggs. So yeah, so we've got here the first layer of the second layer of the pig. We have our Applewood smoked bacon. Now you can do as much or as little as you would like. We've gone ahead and gone with 4 slices. Now you could do 2 slices, you could leave it out if you'd like, but we really think it complements the rest of the flavors we have here. Next, we're gonna add a nice quality Black Forest ham. Again, we're gonna go ahead and do 3 slices across the top, finish it off with 1 this way. So this is sort of like the ultimate breakfast sandwich, if you will. And lastly, this lovely arugula. This arugula was harvested yesterday at Mount Olive Farm on Adelaida Road. I drive out in person every week to pick it up, and it is far superior to anything that you're going to get store-bought. The flavor is just peppery. It has a wonderful bite. I mean, you can take a good look at that. We use this in our salads, and this goes on all of our paninis.
Oh, so fresh. You can hear it when you're kind of cracking it and separating it. You can hear the freshness. That's saying a lot.
Oh, completely. We're so lucky. We work with a handful of farms, but we do get our arugula weekly from Mount Olive, including our organic micro shoots, edible flowers, mixed greens, the kale for the tacos. So as you can see here, Susie's going to go ahead and zoom in to give you a glimpse of this sandwich prior to putting it in the press.
Oh my gosh, guys. I'm so hungry right now. I was liking the views, and now I just feel like you're showing off. Now I'm just jealous.
Oh God, we're just so happy to be here with you. It's so fun.
Oh, I love this.
So we use salted butter. That's what we use on our press. Again, of course, you can use olive oil. You could use avocado oil, grapeseed oil. Grapeseed would probably be great because it has a higher smoking point, as does avocado oil, but it's really going to be up to your personal preference. We just happen to think everything's better with butter. So that's what we use on the outside of our sandwich.
So speaking of smoke point, what's the heat that the pan or the panini press is going to be at?
The press right now is at roughly just under 400, roughly maybe 385, 390. You would want to have a pretty warm pan. I'd say start out, try one at 375, 385, depending on your stove, and you could always go up a little bit if you needed to. Don't go over 400 though.
Perfect. Okay, so side note for everybody, if you do have our olive oil at home, the smoke point on our olive oil is 425, so you could use any of our olive oil in this recipe and it would work. Some of the store-bought brands, no, but our stuff, yes.
And your olive oil is phenomenal. It would pair beautifully with it, and some of your flavored oils would add a really nice complexity to a sandwich like this. Okay, we're closing her up. We've buttered both sides. Goes down. I like to give it a little bit of a press. Get some good color marks. And then this just takes a couple minutes while it's in the panini press.
So I think as you're pressing, as you're explaining everything, you are practicing what I tend to preach at work, which at the tasting room, which is if you're starting with good quality products already, you're going to have a better quality item at the end. So you practice that by going straight to the source for all of your items, which explains why, I mean, we have a viewer right now who is watching from Miami, Florida, and is still thinking back to the breakfast they had on vacation with you in 2019. So that is saying a lot.
Fantastic.
And it makes sense because you are starting off with such fresh, beautiful products that and then you're putting in your skill on top of that, I mean, it's obviously going to come out beautifully and kind of stick in people's memory. So I'm sure you get that all the time.
That's so flattering. I know people compliment our eggs and our food, and I say I can't take credit. I give credit to the chickens. I'm just working with. I have a blank canvas, and I'm using what nature's given me, and we're really lucky. People are as receptive as they are because when we say we're the smallest kitchen in Paso. My restroom is larger than the kitchen. I have 6 burners and I have 2 racks in the oven. So when you come in, it's basically like I'm cooking for you at home. Like we're having a dinner party, but I'm cooking for the volume of a cafe on those 6 burners. So it can get a little hectic. Does it show which viewer from Miami is logged on? Does it show on your side?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm calling you out. We're not doing names, but we, yes, it was saying, press pause and savor. One of the viewers that's on is saying hi and saying how fantastic your stuff was. So,
well, thank you.
So
thank
hello,
you. I bet
Miami.
Hello, Miami. And I bet you I'd recognize you if I saw your face because I never forget a customer or a face.
Aww.
I have a couple from Miami in mind right now. That's why I was asking. So. We're just going to give this just a couple more seconds. Susie, go ahead and show them. You can see right now that it's coming together beautifully. And the cheese is just starting to melt, but I'd like it to get just a smidge darker. So we're going to close it back up just for a second, and then we'll pull that off and cut that for you.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun. We work with so many local farms, so many small wineries. We love what we do. And we don't have a truck backing up and dropping any food or product off here. I mean, when we tell you that I literally go and hand select everything, I literally hand select everything, even to the pack of bacon that we're using. I mean, so it may not be the fastest way, but that's how we do it.
I think that that speaks to the Central Coast too, that we do have everything at our fingertips. I mean, if the rest of us weren't super lazy, I'm just speaking for myself, I'm sure we could do that too. I just can't think of jumping in the car and going to 19 different places for 19 different things. But you're willing to do that, and you know the places to go. But the fact that we have that at our fingertips in the Central Coast is just so, I mean, it's just such an amazing thing that we have here. The fact that, our olive oil is right there on Vineyard, that we've got great meats around the area. We've got fantastic veggies. We've got just amazing creations within, 15 miles of us radius. It's pretty amazing.
We're so lucky. We're so lucky. I mean, the farthest I'll go is down to Santa Maria to pick up berries at times, depending. But with COVID pandemic, so many people have started growing in hoop houses that getting product that's normally seasonal, we're really lucky we've been able to get it year round. And it's, I don't know, you're right. We're really fortunate that we have the farmers and the fishmongers and the butchers and the olive oil producers and the vintners, and the brewers. I mean, my God, we're a hotbed of activity for brewing companies. So, I mean, we do. It's all at our fingertips. We just have to utilize it.
Yeah, we are extremely,
all right, she's
lucky.
Off, Eleanor. She's off the press.
Oh, gosh.
So we're going to go ahead and give it a cut.
Listen to that crunch. Oh.
And there you go, guys.
There you go.
The melty brie, the bacon, the ham. This is the Berry Sassy Pig, and it will be available tomorrow and Sunday on our special sheet.
Ooh, guys. Oh, awesome.
See the melting right here. So, yeah.
That looks
Thank
amazing.
you so much, Eleanor, for having us be a part of your show.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, this is, yeah, half of me is very excited to see this. The other half of me is just like I'm going to grab my car keys. Bye. I've got to get over there.
Well,
so
yeah, no, it was.
you mentioned
I'm sorry.
you're open 3 days a week. So I want to make sure that we're covering all of this. I want to make sure that everybody who's watching is starting to follow you if they haven't already, and they know your hours because, yeah, this is, if you're not hearing all of this and wanting to get straight there, then I don't know, because yeah, you're probably in Florida and you want to be, but you can't be. So yeah, so yeah,
Well,
tell us your hours.
We're open on Fridays from 8:30 to 2. We're open Saturday and Sundays from 8 to 2. We are currently seating outside on that gorgeous patio, so reservations are always recommended, especially if you are going to be a party of 5 or larger. We only have one large vintage table that accommodates groups of 5 to 10 guests. Because with COVID, we still are not supposed to be pushing our tables together. So we really are adhering to the, the requirements that are set forth for us to be safe for all of you.
Of course.
And then we also do on-site and off-site catering. We do beautiful wedding rehearsal dinners, bridal showers, baby showers, birthday dinners. If you wanted to get together with a group of 6 friends and have us customize a dinner and a private dinner on the patio, we're happy to do it. We're not open in the evenings, and that's just kind of a little secret that people know, but we have a dinner party in May coming up. We've done some beautiful large events of up to 100 people for cocktail receptions out on the patio, and I'm also happy to do any catering that you need and drop it off at your home as well. So we do have those options that are available.
So how did they find you? Do you have a website? You have an Instagram that we're going to tag, but also
we have the Instagram. Yep, we have our Instagram, we have our Facebook. You can come in and talk to us in person. And the website is actually getting revamped right now with all the different COVID regulations. So hopefully it'll be up in, the next month or so, but people have been seeming to find us okay without that. So you can give me a call at the cafe, shoot me an email, and I'm happy to discuss it with you.
Oh, that is fantastic. I love the idea of actually having that. So that outside area, technically, you could kind of rent out with you guys. Like,
totally.
Right? Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to brainstorm. Who has a birthday soon? I'm trying to brainstorm.
I know we can customize the menu to what you'd like, all locally sourced ingredients, and happy to do it. You can bring your own wine in. We'd be happy to provide that for you. We do seasonal sangria drinks, different sorts of mimosas that are very popular, and late afternoon to the evening, it's no problem to have the private events on our days off. It's no problem. Friday, Saturday, Sunday during the day, it gets a little bit particular without doing a whole restaurant buyout, just because of the volume that we do.
Makes sense.
Wow. Well, we'd love to see you, Eleanor. Get some friends together and come have a dinner.
You don't have to ask me twice. That sounds fantastic. Not only do I not have to cook, but also, yeah, the stuff I cook is nothing in comparison, so that sounds amazing. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for technology. We're always going to have issues with it. Thank you for sticking with us.
We couldn't connect on my phone. We could connect on Susie's, so I know. Thanks for your patience.
Yay, Susie! Yeah, no.
Yay, Susie!
There's no method to the madness.
Woohoo, Susie! Yay, Susie!
Hey, Susie!
My right-hand woman.
All right,
Perfect.
Well, thank you
thanks, Eleanor.
so much. It was a pleasure.
You're welcome. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, everyone. So that was amazing. My mouth is watering. I'm going to cover really quickly next week. Next week, we are going to be doing a fig chutney. Not me, but Chef Christina Dillo, Director of Good Foods, from Fig at Courtney's house in Templeton. And she's going to be using our citrus olive oil and our fig balsamic. So definitely tune in. We'll see how she pulls that together and what she uses it on next week. So that is going to be April 23rd. So 2 o'clock, this place next week. See you same place, same time next week for fig chutney. hopefully you guys enjoyed the Berry Sassy Pig. If you want the recipe for that, it is on our website. And make sure to follow along to Chef Andrea's on Pine, right across from the movie theater, kind of kitty corner from the movie theater, right next to Hotel Cheval, a gorgeous hotel. So definitely worth the visit. Bye, guys. It was a pleasure, always a pleasure. Have a fantastic weekend and happy Friday. Take care of yourselves, enjoy that sun, and we'll see you next week. All right. Bye, guys.